guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to continue on with this whole stabilization series that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Okay, remember the importance of stabilization throughout the whole entire kinetic chain, through the whole entire body. Okay, because for a lot of reasons, especially as you get older, it's so important to have that functional strength. Okay, so it's important to target your core, your LPHC, okay, and especially your lower complex and also your upper body as well. Don't forget that the upper body has a lot of muscles, a lot of joints. Okay, they all need to work together and synchronize together to be able to perform. There's no point of having a lot of muscle if your body doesn't function properly. Okay, so we're going to go into the second part of the stabilization series today. We're going to focus on legs. Okay, and what I'm going to show you guys is 3 exercises that I think are very beneficial to really build not only your overall leg strength and your core and your glutes, but also work on your balance. Okay, now as I remember, the progressions as you go on, you start off obviously, as I mentioned before, working with one leg, okay, single arm balance, okay, and as you progress, as you get stronger, once you start developing leg strength and core strength, you can start progressing into more movement balance patterns, okay, which will allow you to really progress into the following levels after that, which is basically mixing strength together with balance. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So the first exercise I'm going to show you, okay, is so-called the dumbbell single leg squat touchdown. Okay, so we're going to grab a couple dumbbells. Now the dumbbells you can work depending on what your strength level is. You can start off with 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 even. For those of you who are a little bit stronger, you can even go to 25, 30, okay, or even higher than that if you have them. Okay, I have a couple 15-pound dumbbells here. I'm going to show you the first exercise. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to stabilize. Okay, I'm just going to lower the screen a little bit so you guys see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to stabilize right here on one leg. Okay, the whole point of this is to really tighten your core, your glutes, especially all the way down the leg. Okay, and that's to be nice and firm. And what we're trying to do is we're going to slight bend on that leg. You're going to come down and you're going to do a squat. Okay, a single leg squat, trying to work our way down and come straight back up again. Okay, so we're going to do 10 reps. 2, nice and easy. 3, let's follow along with me. 4. Remember, when you're doing stabilization exercises, knowing that you're only working on that single leg, you have to make sure to really take your time. Nice and slow on the way down. Okay, make sure you really contract those glutes, contract those legs, keep your nice core solid. Last one. And rest. So now what I recommend for those of you who are more beginners is to rest, okay, for about 40-45 seconds before you start off on the next leg. Now if you want to go, for those of you who are a little bit more advanced, you want to go straight into the next one, that's fine. It just requires a lot of endurance built in, especially in those glutes, but primarily on the core and the lumbo-pelvic hip complex. Okay, so we're going to go straight into the next one now. Switch the leg, same thing. Okay, now you're going to balance off from the left leg, lift the right one up. You're going to make sure to get that slight bend in the knee, and you're going to come down. So stability comes first. If you're not stable, make sure you stabilize yourself first. Okay, you got to make sure to control that stability throughout your whole entire core and lumbo-pelvic hip complex. So make sure this is the area that allows you to stabilize your body. So you got to make sure to keep that first. Once you have stability, lift up your dumbbells, go straight into it. Another 10 reps. Follow me. Nice and easy. 1, 2. So nice easy squat, working primarily from the hips, using the strength from the glutes, lower back, core in general to just support you, keep yourself stable. Whoa, a little shaky there, happens. Obviously, naturally, you're waking up your balance muscle, so you might be shaky at times. It's only normal. Okay. Okay, 3 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Beautiful. Okay, so that was one set. Okay, so we're going to take about a 50-second break, and we're going to go straight into it again. Okay. Now remember, when you're doing these exercises, again, balance is key, so you have to make sure to stabilize yourself first. And what I recommend is, again, lower rep range when you first start, and I only recommend, in terms of the intensity level, okay, to about maybe 1 or 2 sets to start, and then build your way up from there. And the rep range should be anywhere between 8 to 10 reps, okay, because, again, they're very challenging exercises. It requires a little bit more strength in the lower complex and the core, to be able to support it. But it's a wonderful technique to use because you're incorporating a lot more, working in your deeper fibers in your overall LPHC and core to work in. Okay, naturally this is a very, very efficient proprioceptive exercise. Okay, so you have to use a lot more of this linked in together. Okay, we're going straight into the next set. Switching over back into the right leg. So right leg, you're going to hold the position. You're going to bend from the hips. 10 reps. Go. 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Make sure you really control that balance. 4. And again, guys, if you feel you need to support yourself a little bit more, I'm more than welcome to put your foot down on the ground. It's not a problem whatsoever. Now, you don't have to put your foot down on the ground if you don't want to. If you can stabilize yourself the whole time, try to avoid it. If not, put your foot down, come straight back up. 7, almost there. 8, 9, last one, and 10. Beautiful. Okay, again, so we're going to take another 40-second break. We'll go into the left leg. Okay, so again, stabilization is very important. Balance and stabilization in general. Okay, these exercises can be a great way to get yourself back into your overall functional strength. A lot of people have difficulty with the daily activities on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so be able to go out there in the garden, come back down to reach something. Say, for example, you need to push yourself up a ladder to try and grab something, or if you want to go out and just grab a box on the ground and push it up. Simple things like that require a lot of core, lower body complex muscles to work in. Okay, so these kind of activities will allow you to really strengthen those overall muscles that you need for your functional day-to-day activities. Okay, let's switch over. So left leg now. Going to hold this position, come straight down, 10 reps, go. Remember, you want to work from the hips. Okay, really use that strength from the glutes, the hamstrings, your overall core to stabilize you, and especially the muscles in your glutes and hamstrings to push you back up after the squat. Okay, again, single leg. It's a lot harder than doing it with 2 legs. This is definitely a progression, but it's a great way to really build strength in your legs, your core, and also to build stability throughout. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, 3 more. 8, almost there. 9, last one. And 10, beautiful. Great job, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a minute break. Okay, a full minute just to recover. Make sure you get those glutes nice and loosened up, back to where they need to be. And we're going to switch over now. We're going to do a very similar approach to what we did with this one right here. But now we're going to work the hamstrings. Okay, so hamstrings are going to be our focus. Now what we're trying to do here is we're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift. Now with the deadlifts, it's the same format, except the knee that you're balancing on doesn't quite bend so much. So this one right here, remember, you want to work primarily from the hips and come down and then come back up. It's a little bit different than doing a squat. Okay, you're actually coming down and bending from the hips, trying to keep the back as straight as possible. Okay, all right, let's work into it. So I want you guys to grab your dumbbells again. Okay, now remember, this one right here, different approach. I'm going to show you from the side view. So we're going to start off balancing out from the right leg. Left leg comes up. You want to come down, keeping your back as straight as possible, and then come straight back up. Okay, so that's 1. We're going to do 10 reps. Follow me. 2. Again, coming down. Make sure to exhale all the way up. Really engage that core as best you can. Keep that core solid. Keep those legs secure as well. Okay, halfway there, guys. Again, you're more than welcome to balance yourself out at the end too by keeping your foot down. Give yourself a little bit of a breaking point, and then come straight back down again. Okay, 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Good job. So again, same motion. Gonna rest for 40 seconds. So if you can see with this exercise right there with a single leg Romanian deadlift, similar if you're doing it with 2 legs, okay, on a regular strength training session. Okay, with this one right here, being a stabilization exercise, trying to support yourself in that one leg is definitely more challenging than doing it with 2 legs, okay? But again, I'm trying to show you this because they're exercises that will allow you to strengthen those muscles on a deeper level. Okay, as I mentioned before, there's no point of having a great body, building your muscles a certain way to get big, to really increase that overall lean muscle mass, if you don't have a functional body. Okay, if the body is not working properly. Okay, that makes no sense. So these kind of exercises will allow you to strengthen not only the exterior part, superficial part of your muscles, but also working more of those deeper fibers within your overall kinetic chain process throughout your body. Okay, let's go to the next one. Switch over. Left leg. Okay, so same thing. Now we're going to start off with the left leg, right leg up. Come down. Try to stabilize. Keep your back as straight as possible. Use that strength from your glutes and your hamstrings to push you back up. 1. So we're doing 10 reps. 2. Again. 3. Nicely down, guys. Keep following along. Make sure to exhale on the way up. 4. Really feeling those muscles contracting. 5. 6. Nicely done. 7. Guys, gets a lot more challenging as you go on. You can really feel those glutes really building that tension. All right, feel that heavy burn. 2 more. Okay, if you need to tone it down a little bit, tone it down with a weight factor or even the reps. Okay, reps, you can even do 6 to 8 reps if you'd like to, if you feel it's too much on the glutes. Okay, you're more welcome to go down with the rep range, or also decrease the weight factor as well. Okay, so we're going to take about a 50-second break on this one. Then we're going to do another set, same thing. Okay, so guys, remember, these exercises, okay, I don't recommend for beginners who are just starting out for the gym. This is very advanced, okay? This is more showing those people who are a little bit more in the intermediate level, okay? Because as I said before, stabilization exercise needs to start off with the basics, okay? By going on a single leg position or even working your way up to like an RX pad, okay? Things like that to start off with until you can really gain control of that overall stability throughout your entire body. Once you have that control, you can start incorporating resistance work in the mix. For example, as I showed you before, cable work on a single leg stance, okay? Or you can do some movement exercises. For example, you go like this, you come back, and then you come up to balance, which I'm going to show you in a little bit as well. That's another variation, okay? That's a little bit easier to do, okay? Again, doesn't require any equipment until you can basically get the grasp where your body understands how the function works. As your body starts increasing in strength and stability, then you can go up and progress, okay, into these exercises that I'm showing you right now, okay? Let's go into round 2. So same thing, working our way back to the right leg. So remember, you want to stabilize yourself, okay, keeping the right leg on the ground, left leg up, come down. So 10 reps, follow me, back as straight as possible. Okay, nice long spine. Coming straight down, bending from the hips. 2, again. This is what we call a single leg Romanian deadlift. 3, really working those hamstrings, those glutes. 4, hang on a sec, sorry about that. Coming down. 5, almost there. 6, so I'm only going to do a couple more on this one. It's a little bit tiring at the end. 7, last one. And 8, good. Okay, so we're going to rest now for about 40 seconds, and then we'll switch over to the left leg, okay? So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Okay, remember, stay tuned because as I go on throughout the weeks, I'll be incorporating a lot more different kinds of workouts, okay? This week is obviously stabilization. As I go on next week, I'm going to start incorporating some more resistance training programs for you guys to watch and kind of follow along, okay? Now remember, a lot of these videos that I post, I want to make sure that you guys understand what you're doing. It's not just about showing you the exercises, but it's about teaching you why we do these exercises and what they're for. Okay, I like to do that as well, so make sure you guys really read into that as well. Okay, let's switch over. Okay, we're going to start off with the left leg again. Okay, so the left leg, you're going to come down, all the way down. So again, we're going to go anywhere between 8 to 10 reps. 1, switch over again, nice and easy. 2, keep going. Three's got to really control that body, that posture as well. Posture is key. Make sure to get the nice long spine, work from the hips, come down to about a 90-degree angle. Okay, make sure you use your glutes and your hamstrings, strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings to push you back up. Okay, make sure you engage that core. Breathing is so important. Use that diaphragm. Come down. Okay, got a couple more. And rest. Nice job, guys. Alrighty. So as I mentioned, that was a single leg remaining deadlift. So we started off with a single leg squat, worked our way down to the single leg remaining deadlift, which primarily focuses on hamstrings and glutes. The squat is more for the quads. Okay, and now I'm going to show you an exercise that's going into the movement strength. Okay, this exercise right here, for some of you who are beginners, go into intermediate level. You're more than welcome to do this. Okay, it doesn't require any weight whatsoever. This is more for balance purposes. Okay, so I'm going to show you an exercise that I think is very efficient. Because as we know, it's not all about lifting weight. You have to be able to incorporate some exercises for movement strength that allow you to loosen up the hip complex, to really build that flexibility and build that strength throughout the whole entire core area. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to do a single leg, okay, to balance. Okay, I'm going to start off one set with no weight, and then I'm going to show you, for those of you who are a little bit more advanced, incorporate that same exercise with some dumbbells involved as well. Challenges you a little bit more, but it's also very efficient. Okay, so the single leg, basically you're starting off, okay, anatomical position. You're going to start off with the right leg forward. So guys, follow me. And you're going to come up for a bounce. Now what we're trying to do here is we're trying to come forward, hold the position, make sure stability comes first. You want to come down with your hips. And as you progress up again, you want to make sure to push yourself up, okay, back, with the glutes and the hamstrings, these two muscles. Push back and then come straight up for a balance point, okay? So we're going to do it again. Come forward, straight up to a balance point, and hold for about 2-3 seconds. Again, rep number 3, come down, up to a balance point, and hold the position. Okay, these are great. This is a great exercise to really, again, challenge your balance or really use that core strength to engage yourself. Okay, this with time, you'll see significant difference in your overall core strength, your lumbo-pelvic hip complex, your overall balance. Okay, not to mention this is a movement strength exercise, so it strengthens the muscles that you need to support you on the functional standpoint. Okay, come back and hold. Come back again and hold. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to rest for about 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch over and do the other leg after that. Okay, so give it a 30-second break. Okay, again, a technique that allows you to really build on that. Okay, there's other variations as well, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Okay, but this is a good way to start. So we're going to switch over again to the left leg. So same thing, left leg forward. Make sure you stabilize yourself first. It can be a little bit shaky. Then you want to come down, bend your hips, come back, use your glutes and hamstrings to push you back up to a balance point. Then come forward again. Okay, come down, up to a balance point. Okay, this is the whole entire process. So this is what we're doing for about 8 to 10 reps. Trying to hold that position together. Again, this is a great way to really secure your body and to improve that balance. Excellent. Beautiful job. Okay, so we got a couple more. So make sure, again, you're trying to work from the hips, not so much from the knees. You want to try and get the knees behind your toes and come back up. Okay, you got to make sure to really one thing that a lot of people do with this exercise, they use a lot from their heels to push back. So not your heels, it's your glutes and hamstrings. Otherwise you're going to put a lot of pressure on that Achilles tendon. You don't want to do that. Okay, and rest. Okay, so that was the exercise. Like I said, forward lunge to balance. Now guys, this exercise as well can be done in all different planes of motion. Okay, so I was just showing you right there the sagittal plane, which is forward and back. Now I'm going to show you the frontal plane, which is side to side, and there's also the transverse plane, which should be incorporated after you get good at these kind of exercises. The transverse plane can be a little bit more complex. It's basically moving into 3-dimensional slopes. But again, it's important to incorporate all these different techniques, okay, so you can really build strength especially movement strength throughout the whole entire multi-planar dimension. Okay, so I'm going to show you now a variation of this, which is to the side on the frontal plane. So the same format that you're doing on the front and back, you're going to come to the side, and lunge, and then balance point. Okay, then you come back down. Keep the leg. What you're trying to do here is trying to lunge on this direction, bend the knee, keep this leg straight, and then come back and hold. Okay, so come to the side, and then hold. Okay, and the same thing in the other leg. So after you do about 8 to 10 reps, you want to switch it up. Come down again, leg straight, come up to a balance point. Okay, come to the side, straight leg, bent hip, come forward. Okay, and the same thing, once you get good at these exercises as well, after a while you can really progress and do some three-dimensional stuff. Three-dimensional stuff is a great way, on the transverse plane, it's a great way to really open up those hips. Okay, a lot of you have those tight hip complex, you know, IT bands, hip flexors, all of it, and get involved. It's important to do this kind of exercise to really loosen that up. So I'm going to show you a transverse lunge, or in this case, it would be a transverse squat. Okay, what we're trying to do is come back, three-dimensional, squat, come onto a balance point. Same thing, transverse, three-dimensional. So basically what you're doing is you come into like a clock, keeping that front foot forward, that back foot to the side on a perpendicular slope, okay? And then you come up for a balance point again, okay? So you're going to bring your foot back. You see that my feet are pointed in opposite directions, and you're going to come down for a squat, and then come up. Okay, and the same thing on the other side. You switch over, transfer squat, come up for a balance point. Okay, so all those exercises are wonderful to really build that strength overall around your LPHC and your core, and really work on improving your movement strength throughout the whole entire lower complex. Okay, now these exercises as well can be done with dumbbells. Okay, I recommend when you first start off with no weight whatsoever. Okay, body weight resistance is a great way to really start by not only working those exercises to build strength, but also to improve your balance. Okay, and as you progress, once that comes into play, you can also increase the intensity of it by increasing the resistance. So in this case, a couple dumbbells. For example, you come forward, okay, and then come out for a balance point. This is a lot harder, knowing that you have a little bit more added weight. So it's a little bit more of a challenge, okay? But you're more than welcome to progress with that as you get better, okay? All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Okay, again, this was part 2 of the stabilization series. Certain exercises that will allow you to really build the strength, overall strength throughout your whole kinetic chain. In this case, your lower complex and your core. Okay. Also increase a little bit of movement strength, which is also important. Don't forget to incorporate some of those exercises in the mix as well. Okay. That was part 2. Stay tuned tomorrow as I go into the next phase, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, okay? And if you have any comments or anything like that, anything you want to leave on my page, you can leave it on my Facebook wall, or you can also leave it on my YouTube channel as well, okay? Stay tuned to tomorrow. Take care.